The landscape of mobile technology is on the precipice of a radical shift. And if the rumors circling the Cupertino headquarters are even half true, we are looking at a device that doesn't just iterate on the past, but completely dismantles our expectations of what a smartphone can achieve. The iPhone 18 Pro Max isn't merely a hardware update. It is a fundamental reimagining of the digital interface. As the anticipation reaches a fever pitch, we have to look past the surface-level marketing to understand the engineering marvels currently being finalized behind closed doors. Welcome back to my channel Tech Rivet for exclusive insights into the future of tech. Subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more tech updates. This is not going to be another standard specs comparison. We're going to dive deep into the supply chain secrets, the proprietary materials being tested in secret, and the exact window when you can expect this flagship to land in your hands. For years, we have grown accustomed to incremental changes, a slightly better camera here, a marginally faster processor there, but the internal documentation leaking out of Apple's primary manufacturing partners suggests that 2026 is the year they stop playing it safe. The design philosophy has shifted toward a seamless, monolithic structure that effectively eliminates the traditional port-and-button architecture we have relied on since the original smartphone era. Think about the implications of a device that has zero external interfaces. We are talking about a completely sealed unit that uses advanced wireless inductive energy transfer and hyper-fast near-field communication that goes beyond anything currently available on the market. This isn't just about aesthetics. It is about building the most durable, water-resistant, and aesthetically clean piece of industrial design ever produced by human hands. When we analyze the display technology, the jump is arguably the most significant since the transition to OLED panels. The industry is whispering about the implementation of a micro-LED matrix that achieves brightness levels previously reserved for professional studio monitors, all while consuming significantly less power. What does this mean for the everyday user? It means visibility in direct sunlight that feels like looking at a printed photograph, coupled with a battery efficiency rating that might finally push the Pro Max into a 3-day usage cycle. This level of power management is the holy grail of mobile engineering. And if the early prototypes are indicative of the final retail unit, we are witnessing the death of battery anxiety as a concept. But let's talk about the processing power, because this is where the gap between Apple and its competitors is set to widen into a chasm. The architecture being utilized here is a direct evolution of their silicon roadmap, pushing the node shrinkage to a point where physical thermal management becomes a massive hurdle. To solve this, the thermal dispersion system has been completely overhauled, utilizing exotic heat-conductive alloys that allow the chip to maintain peak performance without the standard throttling we see in current top-tier devices. If you're a creator, a gamer, or someone who relies on local AI processing, the performance headroom here is going to change your workflow entirely. You will be able to render complex 4K video files, train local machine learning models, and play console-quality titles without the device even breaking sweat. Now, we need to address the elephant in the room, the camera system. The optics are undergoing a radical evolution. We are seeing a move away from the traditional multi-lens array toward a unified, adaptive sensor system that uses liquid lens technology to physically change focal length in milliseconds. This essentially provides the equivalent of a professional DSLR prime lens kit inside a chassis that is thinner than a pencil. For anyone who has ever complained about the digital zoom quality or the lack of true optical depth of field, this is the definitive answer. The software integration, the computational photography layer, is becoming less about post-processing and more about real-time sensor manipulation, resulting in raw files that look like they were pulled from a cinema camera. The release date speculation has been as chaotic as the tech itself, but by cross-referencing industry manufacturing cycles and the historical cadence of Apple's major events, a clearer picture is starting to emerge. While the initial reports suggested a late summer release, the latest supply chain reports indicate a strategy shift to align with the Q3 fiscal calendar, likely positioning the launch for a mid to late September keynote. This puts the product in consumers' hands just in time for the critical holiday shopping window, a move that is as much about logistics as it is about maximizing market impact. Everything we are seeing points to a device that is meant to last, to perform, and to disrupt. As we move closer to the official announcement, the noise will only get louder, and it will become increasingly difficult to separate the genuine leaks from the marketing disinformation. That is why we are committed to cutting through that noise. The depth of the engineering here is staggering, and as we continue to track these developments, we will be bringing you the granular details that no one else is discussing. Stick with us as we verify these specifications, track the manufacturing leaks, and ultimately get our hands on the device that will define the next chapter of personal technology. Stay tuned for the upcoming deep dives where we will break down the OS architecture, the new biometric security protocols, and the final price points that have been projected for this powerhouse of a device.